Despite floods, agriculture has registered progress. From wheat importing, Pakistan has become wheat exporting country. 6 lakh tons of wheat has been exported thus far this year. We expect to achieve a target of 15 million bales of cotton during 2010 and 11. Rural economy has greatly benefited. Our exports are expected to exceed $24 billion this year, again a record for now. Madam Speaker, the government has taken steps to restore dignity and honor to labor. After restoring thousands of sacked employees, it decided to regularize contract employees. Minimum wages of unskilled workers has been increased from 4,600 to 7,000 per month. Now the workers have the right to seek legal remedies against dismissal. A worker can no longer be dismissed for services without cause, as was the practice in the past. In the name of Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto, an employee stock option scheme has been introduced, transferring 12% shares to the workers in the state-run enterprises. It will benefit 500,000 families. Workers will also be given representation on the board of directors. They will have a say in the management of their enterprises. Madam Speaker, under the outright sale of national assets and institutions will not be allowed. Our policy is based on public-private partnership. Shares will be offered for sale to stock exchange. The year will go down as exceptional in the history of the Parliament. It will be remembered as the year when the democratic constitution was restored. It will also be remembered for passing important legislations for protection of women, children, and the needy. 20 acts of Parliament have passed during the last year. The Prime Minister attended a session of the National Assembly for 99 days, a record for now, I'll let you know. A caucus of women parliamentarians on peace and reconciliation was held. I wish to congratulate the Prime Minister, you, Madam Speaker, and every member of the Parliament for this performance. Madam Speaker, we believe in transparent and across-the-board accountability of all. A draft bill is already in the Senate. Reforms in FATA and amendments to the FCRs have been finalized. Recently, major political parties joined hands to endorse the reforms and demand their immediate implementation. I congratulate the political parties on this consensus. I assure you that the reforms announced on August 14, 2009 will soon be implemented. The status of Kala Dhaka in Pakhtunkhwa has already been changed from Pata to the settled area. On a serious note, the UN Commission of Inquiry in the assassination of Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto has submitted its report. Subsequent to this, a new challan has been submitted before the trial court. The family of Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto and the Pakistan People's Party do not believe in revenge. While the individuals involved will certainly not escape punishment, we aim at defeating the mindset that was behind her assassination. As she herself so famously said, democracy is the best revenge. Condemn the murders of Salman Taseer and Shahbaz Bhatti. We will avenge the martyrdoms of heroes of democracy by defeating the mindset that preaches the violence and hatred. We must be true to our principles, and we must be strong. Being strong means denouncing what is wrong, and violence, hatred, extremism, and intolerance are wrong. We are committed to protecting the rights of minorities. The government is earnestly addressing the issue of missing persons. A commission has been set up which has also finalized its report. I wish to commend the Shaheed Benazir Democracy Institution and all those whose efforts have contributed to it. The government will take action against all criminal elements in Karachi. We will provide full security to all sections of society. The law and order will be mandated at all costs. Madam Speaker, Pakistan's foreign policy is aimed at advancing our national security, promoting peace, economic agendas, while safeguarding national dignity, sovereignty, independence. We seek trade, not aid. We have revived trans-regional energy projects. Cargo train service between Pakistan and Turkey called Gul Train is being upgraded. With the United States, we remain committed to building a long-term partnership based on mutual respect, mutual interest, and sovereign equality. Our strategic cooperation with China continues to grow from strength to strength. Relations with Afghanistan have undergone a sea change. For the first time, Pakistan has engaged with the European Union at the summit level. 2 Pakistani-EU summits have been held so far. Long-term cooperation with the UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain has helped advance our economic agenda. Full spectrum dialogue process has been resumed with India. We seek Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN resolutions while respecting the aspirations of people of Kashmir. Negotiations are underway. Negotiations are underway for a Pakistani GCC free trade agreement. Pakistan's relations with Iran too have improved. We have upgraded our relations with Japan to a comprehensive partnership for peace and development. We are profoundly saddened over the tragedy unleashed by the natural disaster in Japan. I wish to express great sympathy of the people of Pakistan to Japan in their hour of grief. The tragedy has also brought into focus the environmental issues connected with nuclear energy. Madam Speaker, we will fight militants to the finish. We will not back down. We will ensure a modern, moderate Pakistan, the Pakistan of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. We cannot permit the use of our soil for terrorist activities against any other country. We will not. The fight against militancy may be long and bitter, but we have no other option except to win. Win we will, soon, inshallah. Madam Speaker, we will uphold the supremacy of the Constitution and the Parliament. We will not permit anyone to usurp the powers that rightly belong to the Parliament. We believe that all state organs should work within the parameters as laid down in the Constitution. The restoration of the Constitution shows that if we rise above politicking, we can deliver. Let us strive to keep our egos aside. Let political forces stop challenging each other merely for political point scoring. It only weakens democracy in the long run. The task of leadership is to unite, not divide. We believe in reconciliation and not confrontation. I commend the Prime Minister for pursuing the policy of reconciliation and consensus given by Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto. We have achieved consensus on constitutional reforms. Now we need to build consensus on resolving issues like energy shortage, circular debt, taxation reforms, restructuring of public sector entities, and documenting the economy. Madam Speaker, there are problems which the future generation will inherit, if not addressed through collective wisdom now. We need to build a national consensus on these issues. Tough decisions must be taken together. I invite all political parties for a national dialogue sooner rather than later. As Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto wrote in her last book just days before she was assassinated, and I quote, "It is time for new ideas. It is time for creativity. It is time for bold commitments. There has been enough pain. It is time for reconciliation," unquote. May Allah help us all in our mission. Pakistan Zindabad.